Welcome to CCNTV. I'm your host, Captivating Christian, and here are some of your top stories for today, March 18th. Joe Biden sweeps 3 states, doubles delegates, lead over Sanders. Trump insists he didn't flip-flop on the virus. McConnell has a request for veteran federal judges. Please quit. A coronavirus patient refuses to quarantine, so deputies are surrounding his house to force him. I'm sorry, California woman grilled after recanting story that landed 5 black teenagers behind bars for years. Let's get to the news. Joe Biden doubles his delegate lead over Bernie Sanders in Tuesday's primary, giving him a nearly insurmountable advantage after sweeping Florida, Illinois, and Arizona, according to NBC News projections. The former vice president now has 315 more delegates than the Vermont senator, at 1,132 to Sanders' 817, after starting the night with an edge of 154 delegates. Biden has now passed the halfway mark and is well on his way to the 1,991 delegates needed to win the majority of the delegates and thus capturing the Democratic presidential nomination. President Donald Trump on Tuesday asserted that he had not changed his tone with regard to the seriousness of the coronavirus pandemic. At a press briefing, MSNBC, Christian Walker noted that the president had struck a more somber tone in the last 24 hours after initially insisting that the virus would quickly go away. Running out of court vacancies to fill, Senate Republicans have been quietly making overtures to sitting Republican-nominated judges who are eligible to retire to urge them to step aside so that they can be replaced while the party still holds the Senate and the White House. Mitch McConnell, the Republican out of Kentucky, who has used his position as majority leader to build a judicial confirmation for President Trump over the past 3 years, have been personally reaching out to judges to inform them of their plans and ensure that they will be left with a worthy successor if they choose to give up their seats soon, according to people knowledgeable to the situation. These judges have been nominated by presidents before: Ronald Reagan, George Bush, George W. Bush, and making a change now would be adventurous. The overt efforts of the Republicans to create vacancies reflect a realization that Mr. Trump could lose the presidency, or that Republicans could lose the Senate majority and deprive Mr. Trump of his partner on judicial confirmations, even if he did gain a second term. A Kentucky coronavirus patient checked himself out of the hospital against medical advice. So to prevent him from spreading the virus, officials are surrounding his home to keep him there. The 53-year-old man in Nelson County refused to quarantine himself after testing positive for the COVID-19. Kentucky's governor said that Nelson County officials forced an isolation on a man, one of the 20 confirmed COVID-19 cases in the state. The governor did share how the government had forced the unarmed man to stay in his home, but this week Nelson County sheriffs told the Kentucky Standard that deputies will park outside of the man's home for 24 hours a day for 2 weeks. The patient is cooperating now. When reached for comment by CNN, the Nelson County Sheriff's Department deferred all comments to the governor. A North Carolina woman faced tough questioning from the state's Innocence Inquiry Commission last week after recanting testimony that implicated 5 black teens in a 2002, slaying a local man, Nathaniel Jones. Jessica Black, age 33, wept throughout the hearing before the commission in a state capital of Raleigh and apologized for her role in landing the teens in prison, the Winston-Salem Journal reports. Jessica Black stated, "I'm so sorry for what happened." Black told the commission, which was reviewing the case to determine whether 4 of the 5 teens are actually guilty of murder. "I am so sorry for the Jones family's loss, and I'm sorry that things went the way that they did. I'm just sorry." Jones, a church-going businessman and grandfather of NBA star Charles Paul, was found beaten to death in a Winston-Salem carport in an apparent botched robbery back in November of 2002. His official cause of death was a heart attack. Black's testimony put all 5 youths at the scene. Now she says she lied in fear of going to jail herself. In a videotaped deposition played by the agency on Monday, she recanted her testimony and admitted to fabricating the claim that put the teens behind bars for a crime they possibly did not commit. Black maintains that she was pressured and coerced by the detectives to implicate the teens in Jones's murder. She says she feared that she might be charged if she did not do what they wanted. The youths are now in their 30s. They were just 14 and 15 when they were convicted. 4 of the 4 living men have since filed claim with North Carolina's Innocent Inquiry Commission, hoping to clear their names. The local station WX2 reports that on March 13th, the commission ruled that it had found significant evidence to recommend new trials for the men. The cases will be pushed to a panel of 3 Superior Court judges to decide whether they should be exonerated. And once again, thank you for watching CCN News. I am your host, Captivating Christian. And as always, be the change you want to see. If you want change, the change starts with you. As always, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave comments below. I would like to hear what you think about these stories and more. All right, have a good day. Peace.